Hi friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. I am so excited today to be joining my friends Sarah from Sarah's Nightstand and Lindsey from Lindsey's Little Library for their next round of 5-star predictions with their Booklist Thursday. Booklist Thursday is a video series that Sarah and Lindsey do every single week. They talk about some kind of bookish topic and share some books with you. And they, every couple of months, do another round of 5-star predictions where they choose 3 books, and they often are joined by another booktuber. And this time I weaseled myself in there. I'm like, please pick me. So I'm joining with them, and we have picked 3 books that we think are going to be 5-star reads and reading them over the next couple of months. And by the end of August, I will wrap these up and let you know if they were 5 stars or not. And in order to include our dear Amanda as well, we asked her to pick a buzzword that the other 3 of us would then choose books based on that buzzword. And the buzzword that Amanda picked this time is favorite, which I think is a fantastic buzzword because it has so many directions that you can go. Favorite author, favorite genre, favorite type of book. It could be a book gifted to you by one of your favorite people. There's so many different things you could do. And I immediately thought of one book, had 2 books in mind for the second category, and my patrons helped me decide. And then, the third one my patrons also helped me with. So we're going to talk about my 3 selections for 5-star reads that I think I'm going to love over the next couple of months. The first one was a no-brainer for me. It's The Night War by Kimberly Brubaker Bradley. It's a middle grade book. Favorite. World War II historical fiction. Favorite. Kimberly Brubaker Bradley. Favorite author. Absolutely. And I plan on buddy reading this with Katie and Amanda, my co-hosts for Middle Grade March. Hopefully, if they're able to read it this summer. We have been talking about wanting to buddy read it, and I just know I'm going to love it. We follow a young girl who is sent to a French chalet, I believe, during the war. She's a Jewish girl. Throughout the course of this book, she's got to decide if she's going to fight to kind of help rescue the rest of her family or to protect herself, or to help others. I'm not really sure what she's going to have to face some tough decisions, but it is all surrounding the French countryside, World War II, and a young Jewish girl. And I think it's going to be fabulous. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to read this one. Secondly, I wanted to read a book by another author that I loved. One of the options was The Winners by Frederick Bachman, but that's such a chunker of a book. I know it's probably a fast read, but I decided to go with The Outlaw Noble Salt because I love Amy Harmon. She's another author that I have read 6 or 7 books by her and liked most of them. And a bunch of them were 5-star reads for me. So this one, I'm hopeful as well, The Outlaw Noble Salt. I'm pretty sure this will be a 5-star read. I'm really crossing my fingers and toes and hoping that it will. In this one, we follow Butch Cassidy, who is an infamous outlaw in American history. He decides to go straight. He discovers too many of the powerful men he's crossed won't let bygones be bygones, so he's having a hard time. To have a chance at life, he decides to get himself a new identity and get out of Dodge. He goes to a new town, changes its name, but then a woman that he connected with right before he escaped comes into his life again when he has this new name and his new identity, and he's kind of drawn back into that world, I think. So I'm not sure how much of this is based on fiction or based on reality, history, I guess. I don't know. I'll find out when I read the author's note, but I'm really hopeful that this also will be a 5-star read for me. I'm really hopeful. And then the final category of book that I chose was books with the word orphan in the title, because orphan books tend to draw me in immediately if I find them in thrift stores or secondhand bookstores or little free libraries. I'm gonna probably buy it if it has the word orphan in the title. So I listed them out for my patrons. I'm like, here's all the books that have orphan in the title. Which one should I pick for 5-star predictions, and kind of let them have a little say in that. And I'm excited that they picked Natasha Lester. This is the one that got the most votes. The Paris Orphan. It is another World War II story. It's a little bit of a chunker. I'm excited because this is an Australian author. I think that this will be really good. We have a dual timeline, New York City / Paris in 1942, and then again in 2005, 60 years later after the war. We follow an American model, Jessica, who arrives in Europe to cover the war as a photojournalist for Vogue. Most of the soldiers are determined to make her life as difficult as possible, but then she does have some friendships that change that. And then if 60 years later, we follow Darcy Hallworth, who arrives at a beautiful chateau to curate a collection of famous wartime photos by a reclusive artist. So I'm sure that these two storylines are going to cross because of these photographs. We're also going to have a child in the mix. So we're following our photojournalist slash model, a young girl and an American soldier, and the woman who braves a war to save them both. Dun, dun, dun. I really do think it's going to be fantastic. It's been on my shelves for quite a while, and I have a couple books by Natasha Lester, so I'm curious to see what I think about her writing. And I'm really hopeful that all 3 of these books are going to be 5 stars. I would love to hear if you've read any of them. These 2 are very new releases, and then this one is a quite backlist book. So I'm curious to know if you've read them, what you think. Do you think I picked good ones? Are these going to be 5 stars? And thank you so much to Sarah and Lindsey for letting me join in for this round of 5-star predictions. And please go and check out their channels. I will have them linked down below to see which books they're picking that they think are going to be 5 stars using the buzzword favorite. All right. And thanks, Amanda, of course, for giving us a fabulous buzzword. That's going to be it for me today. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. Let's chat down in the comments, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye.